You're listening to Soap Dirt, the latest in television entertainment news.
Hey there, Bold and the Beautiful fans. Well, it is official. Dr. John Finnegan has a deadly new daughter in his life, and that means, in case you've not figured it out already, Luna Nozawa is on the fast track to redemption and getting out of her life sentence for double homicide with a bonus for that attempted third kill. It's Belinda from Soap Dirt, and we are going to talk about how exactly Finn's daughter goes free and the plan that's going to get Luna out of prison. And hey, if you are not following us, please click that subscribe button so you don't miss out. Okay, so Finn found out on Monday what most of us figured out a year ago. He is Luna's biological father. It's been a long and winding road, and we're not quite done yet. Now that we know Finn's her father, it's clearly a redemption story. And there's a 5-point plan in play that I've noticed. Number 1, create a scenario where Luna gains a little sympathy. That was the whole thing with her being brutally beaten in prison, scared for her life, and Bill finally taking pity on her. That started this whole thing. Number 2, find somebody else to blame for Luna's horrible homicidal behavior. That's why all the repetitive dialogue between Bill and Luna, endlessly repeating the same thing to drill it into our heads that Poppy is way worse than we ever heard, worse than we suspected. You know, at first, when Luna was on before the killing stuff, she talked about how she and her mom had this free, hippie sort of vagabond lifestyle. They didn't have money, but she always felt loved and said it was a good childhood. She told Zende that, she told RJ that, but now suddenly, talking to Bill, it's all drugs, multiple men rotating in and out, neglect, fear, moving, just living in poverty, and Luna being forced to take care of a mom who only cared about getting laid and getting high. Third part of the plan, after making Poppy the villain of Luna's story, and also Finn's story and Lee and Jack's also, since she screwed their son, Poppy kind of screwed over the whole family. So they're also making Luna more sympathetic by showing that she feels super bad about what she did, saying that's not who she was when she killed Tom and Hollis, and just how sick she feels about her actions. True remorse. Mind you, that is all a retcon because she laughed about faking her drugging to get in Zende's bed. But this is what the writers are doing, so it's happening. We're stuck with it. She's suddenly not a psycho. She's just the product of bad parenting and super duper sorry she murdered 2 men and feels really guilty about putting her cousin Finn's wife in a cage. Fourth part of the plan, we just saw this unfold. Make Luna the daughter that Finn never knew he had. He is such a good guy that, of course, we have to conclude there's some good inside Luna. Finn's a devoted husband, a devoted parent, a physician. He's a great step-parent. So all that goodness, I think they're trying to tell us, somehow has rubbed off on Luna by genetic association. Never mind the fact that she probably got all evil genes straight from her grandma, Sheila Carter. And no amount of good in Dr. Finn can make up for all of Sheila's foul DNA. And number 5, the final part of the redemption arc that they're giving us for Luna is to get her out of prison and back into society. So the bottom line, since they've made Finn her father, made Luna remorseful, and trashed Poppy's parenting during Luna and Bill's bad childhood bonding sessions, they've set the stage for this. I have no doubt Luna will get out of prison soon. The only question is how. So the first thing to consider is Finn may ask his father to look into the original trial. So Jack Finnegan might dig in and could find an error in that trial that could result in a reversal of Luna's conviction. In real life, the most common way that a conviction of any type including a murder conviction, gets overturned is procedural error during the trial. The prosecutor, the judge, or the defense lawyer makes some kind of critical mistake that affected the outcome of the case, and then they can overturn it. And since we never saw Luna's trial, she was arrested, and then later she's in prison, but they were calling it the jail, which is not where they put people who get life sentences. They go to actual prisons, and then we finally heard life in prison the other day. Anyway, since we never saw Luna's trial, this would be the easiest route. They could just invent something, have Jack find some kind of mistake made because he is a top criminal defense lawyer, and then they could overturn it and he could argue against a retrial, blah, blah. The second route they could go is for Sheila to find out she's got a granddaughter in prison, and then she could enlist her psychiatrist ex, Dr. James Warwick, to help Luna. Dr. Warwick could make a case that Luna should never have been on trial at all because she wasn't competent to stand trial because of mental illness, temporary insanity, or some other underlying mental health condition that made her unable to understand her crimes, unable to confess to her crimes, or to stand trial. The way they're writing her now, this seems totally plausible. And since Dr. Taylor Hayes wouldn't help out with an insanity defense for Luna, bringing back Ian Buchanan's character for a few episodes would be a fun little thing. Luna is Sheila's granddaughter, and she's got a shrink in her pocket. So also, if you don't remember, James Warwick has lied for Sheila before because she knows about his dirty little secret that he is a drug addict. So ideally, Bold and the Beautiful could do something to have her conviction set aside with no retrial. Either they toss it out for some mistake or bring in this undiagnosed mental health condition, which would be great. Dr. Warwick could give his expert opinion that intense childhood trauma at Poppy's hands led Luna to going off the rails mentally. I mean, even the fact that Poppy slept with her nephew could be used to make her look worse and Luna like more of a victim of a diabolically unhinged parent. They could sell the idea that Poppy abused and neglected Luna into being unhinged. And in that case, Luna might get some time in a psych hospital or be ordered into like court mandated counseling, but I expect her conviction to be tossed, which is problematic for Finn. He might ask his dad, Jack, to look into her case, maybe wanting to get Luna into a safer prison or a psych hospital where she's still confined but being treated well. But her being on the loose is not on Finn's bingo card. It would totally mess up his life. But for now, we'll just wait to see if Luna does go free. I have no doubt that she will. Brad Bell listed Luna as part of the younger set he's writing for in 2025 and beyond. He listed Lisa Yamada alongside Linnea Grace, who plays Electra, and Crew Morrow, who plays Will. So with the showrunner committed to Luna remaining on the character canvas, that means a get out of jail free card. And, Sheila's murderous and malevolent, and she's free range in LA living her best life. So I feel like they're going to do the same for Luna. I think this is all about to get really soapy, really messy, and Luna's going to be really free, and I can't wait.
Thank you for being a loyal listener. Follow us wherever you get your podcast, because you don't want to miss the next episode. Soap Dirt is on all the major podcast platforms, including Apple Podcast, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and more.